Welcome everyone to week 2 of Movement May. This is our 30-minute fitness class focusing on trunk, which is really what I've described as core and back. So this is the center of our body. It's how we move around. Our legs and our arms help us get there, but this is really what encompasses our strength. And so one thing that I want to ensure that the seed I want to drop is that the way your core or your midsection looks and how strong you are completely unrelated. So there is not those two things. I'd love to just separate the look part of it and focus on the feeling and the ability to do things like stand, like walk around, ride a bike, pick up something. And that's really what we're building strength for. So I just want to really kind of hammer that home. How it looks is not related to strength. So go ahead and get started. I hope you're warmed up, and I like to wear shoes. Make that optional. We're only going to be doing one set of jumping at the end, optional as well. Come into a wide stance, toes out, heels in. Coming into our goddess squat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. So keep going. Remind yourself that toes and knees are pointed away from center line. Heels are in, and the knee on each leg is pointing the same direction as the toes. Another thing to remember is if you're too close together with your feet, your knees are going to be bending a lot. If you can feel that bend, I'd like you to widen your feet. Same thing, if it's kind of hard to stand, you're too wide. So find a place where you have a steady base, and let's do 3 more. Last one. Good. Go ahead and bring your hands to your hips, and I do want you to heel toe your feet in a little bit. So just so that we can set up this next movement really well. The toes are still out, the heels are in. I like to think about the heels shoulder distance apart. Inner line of heels, shoulder distance apart. So, and when we do our movement with our knee bending, you're going to bend your knee the same way as those toes. Just a reminder. We're going to go right into it. I want you to reach up, doesn't matter which side, and then I want you to chop across, bend that opposite knee, touch towards the ground or to the ground. Inhale, reach as high as you can, opposite. Exhale, bring it down. Keep going with the same side. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, right into the other side. So stretch and reach, make that important. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Keep going. If at any time you need to widen or narrow your feet, do that. We're going side to side. So you're reaching, bring it down, other side, down. Reach, down, switch, down. Reach, down, switch, down. Keep going. Good, we're going to add on. Reach to one side, down, center, squat. Bring your elbows down, middle, reach, down, center, squat. Reach, down, center, squat. Reach, down, center, squat. So keep going like this. Add your own resistance. Make the air kind of heavy as you're moving. And one of the best ways to create the resistance in the first place is to reach a little higher so that you're already kind of pushing the boundaries. We're going to go just like this cycle a few more times. Go as fast or as slow as you need. We've got about 3 more full sets. You don't need to count. Last cycle. Good. Stretch it up. Take a pause, grab some water if you need it. And we're going right into the next thing. Pregnant folks, I want you to hold tight with this. There's a great option for you, but right away we're going to go into a twist. So you just don't go into a twist. Hands on your hips. Feet are now hips width apart, toes straight ahead. Come into your squat. Keep your chest lifted. And so if you're pregnant or modifying for whatever reason, just stay right here. Everybody else, hands to heart, chest stays lifted, seat low. Take an inhale, and right away you're going to dial to one side. Inhale, dial. Inhale, dial. Inhale, dial. So this is the movement. Just keep going. And if you're just holding, hold. You'll start to feel some heat in your thighs. If you're twisting, I want you to imagine that your hips are now stationary. They're not going to move at all. What can you do with your muscles of your core and your back to rotate yourself a little bit more without moving your hips? Now, granted, my hips are moving a little bit, but what I'm really doing is focusing on my obliques, my low back, the muscles around my rib cage, so that I can twist as best without my hips lifting up and down. Okay, so option 1 is stay like this. Option 2, we're just going to go right into it. Take a twist, step opposite leg back, and then that's going to be the movement. Inhale into this chair pose, twist other way, leg back. Chair, twist, chair, twist. So if you are doing this, stick with it. If you have been hanging out in chair, you need a modification without the twist. Hands at hips, step, chair, step, chair. So you're not twisting. You're keeping your hips pretty low and going back. So either one, keep going. We've got 5. Three more. One more. Good. Come up through center, and I want you to shake it out. I want you to kind of move some energy out of your limbs. Great. We're heading down to our seat, so go right into it. Take a sip of water if you need, and then we're actually going to go straight onto our back. So keep some of that heat in your body Move your ponytail, whatever else is behind if needed, and then bring your hands to your heels. So when I'm wearing shoes, that means my feet are a little closer than normal because the shoes add distance. So I'm going to slide my feet just a little bit more forward because I want to be able to use my legs. I want my joints to be stacked. One option is to bring your upper arms down. That gives a little more support. Another option is to bring your hands up here and just kind of hold an imaginary ball. Everyone can do this, assuming your body is available for this movement. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift into bridge. Inhale, hover, lower but hover. Exhale up to bridge. Keep going. Last two. Last one. Good. Lower it down. Go right into wide arms, palms down or palms up, whatever feels best. Bring your legs up, point and flex your feet, and then bring your knees into a 90-degree square. Knees over hips, arms wide. Take an inhale. Exhale, dial about 45 to the left. Sorry, this is not for pregnant folks. I'll give you another option. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. So I want you to just keep going. And when I say 45 degrees, that's about halfway. What I'm really asking is that you go to a place where you can kind of push your boundaries, where it's hard, but where your shoulders stay rooted. Keep going. Those of you who need a different option, your feet are going to stay down and you're going to tap, tap, tap. And it might feel easy at first depending on where you are at. But after some repetition, this is going to really build some deep strength. So either option, twisting or tapping. These are those same muscles we were working a few moments ago in the chair twist sequence. Now using the legs rather than the back to twist. We've got 3. Last one, both sides. Nice. Everyone come back down. Feet are hips width apart. We're doing a second round of our bridge lifts. So rearrange the feet. Make sure they're close enough, but not too close that you're overbending the knees. Feet are flat. Elbows down or hands lifted. Take an inhale where you are. Exhale, lift the hips as high as you can. Inhale, hover. Exhale, lift. Keep going. Few more. Nice. Bring it down right away. No change of the body. Bring your hands behind your head. We're going to do curls only in the upper body. I want you to imagine your rib cage touches your pelvic bones. That's the movement. So it's a super small movement, the band of your upper core. Take an inhale on an exhale. Low ribs to pelvic bones. Inhale, exhale. So now obviously you can't actually touch your low ribs to your pelvic bones. But what I want the focus, why I want the focus there, is because if you think about just lift your shoulders or lift your head, then the focus of the energy and the exertion goes to where you're focusing. So then it goes into the shoulder or the head. Instead, we want to focus on the band, crossing the top line of your abdominals. Make sure you exhale each time you lift. Keep going. I think about the fitness that I like to do as a push-pull. So you want to push a little bit past your comfort zone, as long as you're being safe and mindful. You want to push into that line of uncertainty, that line of challenge. But you also want to have the ability to pull back at any moment, to rest, to take a break, to just give yourself some sort of space, whatever it is you need. 5. Three. Last one. Nice job. So we've got one more core exercise. Noting that all of our core exercises are also back exercises. Some of you have done this with me before. Some of you it's brand new. Your hands are going to stay behind your head. So keep your head just resting on your hands, but everything's on the ground. And then we're going to do these movements with our legs. It's pretty simple. And if you need to back off, you can either do bent knees or you just don't go as high, or as low. So you'll kind of understand what I mean in a moment as we get started. Take an inhale. And again, you can breathe as makes sense to you on these movements. I like to exhale on the down. So left foot goes down and then up. Left foot down, up. Keep going a few more cycles just like that. Good. Now left foot open and back up. Open and back up. Keep going like that. Good. Now right foot down, up, down, up. Keep going. Good. Now right foot out and back in. Out and back in. Keep going. Good. Both feet up top. Together, they're going to go the opposite ways. Right foot down, left foot out. Back up. Right foot down, left foot out. And up. Keep going. And back through center, opposite way, left foot down, right out. Left foot down, right out. Down and out. Continue. Nice job. We're going to do that whole sequence one more time. Left foot down. Left foot out. Right foot down. Right foot out. Good. The combo of the two, right foot down, left foot out. Opposite way. Right foot out, left foot down. Nice job, everybody. Bring your feet down. Take your hands out from underneath your head and windshield wiper your knees right and left. So we had this nice interlude. It wasn't easy. We're going to bring up the intensity again, coming on to our hands and knees. So get set up as you need it. If you need a sip of water, go for it. And actually, I lied. We're going to come right onto our belly. But if you are pregnant, you're going to go onto your knees, kneeling, and you're going to fly your arms open and relax. Open and relax. So just start that and continue. The rest of us are coming to the belly, feet as wide as your shoulders, arms as wide as your shoulders, and we're going to lift and lower. So I like to lift on the inhale and return on the exhale. If it makes more sense to you to go the other way, that's fine. We're going to just keep going with the movement. I do want you to take a moment to engage your belly now. Even pull up the pelvic floor a little bit. Take an inhale and an exhale to set up, and then an inhale to lift, exhale, return. Keep going. So keep going. Notice if your knees want to bend. And lift from a different place so your knees don't bend. Notice if your upper body goes higher than your lower. Mine certainly does. That's okay, but then see if you can lift your lower body a little bit more. We've got 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Go right into forearm plank. So I might suggest interlacing your hands just for ease. Gives us a little more stability. And so I'll give you the modification first. If you know that plank and forearm plank are not your best friend, then you might tuck your toes, knees down, and then lift, down, lift, down. So it's really similar to what everyone else is going to do, but everyone else is going to start with a plank, and then you just tap the knees up, tap up. So instead of starting from the ground, you just kiss the ground. Keep going. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Drop it down to child's pose. Take a small rest. Good. From child's pose, widen your hands. I actually like, just for comfort-wise, My index finger is all the way off my mat and my thumb on my mat, but everyone has a different size body and a different size mat. We're going to do push-ups on the knees with a child's pose. So, come up to set up the push-ups. We're doing the wide arm push-ups. Make sure that you've got a long trunk. Knees are bent. Start here. The way I do it is a full exhale, both up and down, one breath, and then come back to child's pose on an inhale. So, exhale, push up, inhale, child's. Exhale, push up, inhale, child's. And so when I said one full breath, I actually just meant just the exhale. If you feel like you're getting away from yourself, meaning it's hard to come back into that child's, just adjust your hands. We've got 5. Last one, full cycle, and then come into child's pose again just for a short rest to reset. And we've got one more exercise here on the mat before we finish with jumping jacks. So, come to downward dog, everybody. So everyone start with inhale plank, exhale dog. And just a note, remember how you set up your plank. That's important with your hands. It's different than the push-ups. The push-ups are a special hand set. Everything else, fingers as wide as your shoulders, really steady base, index fingers aligned. Good, keep going like this. Or, option to bring right hand to left shin, plank, left hand, right shin, plank. So this could be okay for pregnancy, just kind of depending how far along you are, what feels right in your body, what doesn't. If you're carrying around a lot of extra weight, it's not going to feel great. You could do knees down to downward dog. So you can continue there. Or final change up, come to plank, right foot forward, twist right arm up, bring it down to plank, left foot forward, left arm up. Bring it down to plank, right, twist, right, down, left, twist, left, down. Keep going. Any of those 3, or maybe something else. But let your body continue. Push into it a little bit and know that you can always pull back. Keep going. Three more full cycles, whatever that means for you. Last one. And from plank, go to downward dog. From downward dog, walk your hands back. Roll up. We've got one more bit of intensity here. Jumping jacks. So we're going to go right into it. Reminder, modification for jumping jacks is step, 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 step. Just like this. Good. Or just go for it. Only if it's safe. Keep going. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. Go ahead, cool down, walk around. Maybe there's some stretching that you'd like to do. We're going to just take 3 breaths together to close. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slow it down this last time. Inhale. Exhale. Nice job. Thanks for being here. You are so very strong, no matter what you do. Thank you.